everybody, welcome to day 285 of Rhys' stories. And today I'm going to be reading you a story in this book called Jimmy Buys Snowman and Other Christmas Stories. And the first story is called Scrooge Celebrates Christmas. I don't know what day of the month it is, said Scrooge. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. I'm quite a baby. Never mind. I don't care. I'd rather be a baby. Hello. Whoop. Hello. Here. He was checked by the churches ringing out the lustiest peals he had ever heard. Clash, clang, hammer, ding, dong, dong, ding, hammer, clang, clash. Oh, glorious, glorious! Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. No fog, no mist, clear, bright, jovial stirring, cold, cold, piping for the blood to dance to. Golden sunlight, heavenly sky, sweet fresh air, merry bells. Oh, glorious, glorious! What's today? Cried Scrooge, calling downwards to a boy in Sunday clothes. Today, replied the boy. Why, it's Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day, said Scrooge. I haven't missed it. Hello, my fine fellow. Hello, returned the boy. Do you know the poulterers in the next street, but one at the corner? Scrooge asked the boy. I should hope I did, replied the lad. An intelligent boy, said Scrooge. A remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold the turkey that was hanging up there? Not the little prize one, the big one. What? The one as big as me, returned the boy. What? A delightful boy, said Scrooge. It's a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my boy. It's hanging there now, replied the boy. Go and buy it and tell him to bring it here, said Scrooge. Come back with the man and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown. The boy was off like a shot. I'll send it to Bob Cratchit's, whispered Scrooge, rubbing his hands and splitting with a laugh. He shan't know who sends it, the boy returned, staggering under the weight of the enormous turkey. Why, it's impossible to carry that to Camden Town, said Scrooge. You must have a cab. The chuckle with which he said this, and the chuckle with which he paid for the turkey, and the chuckle with which he paid for the cab, and the chuckle with which he paid the boy, were only exceeded by the chuckle with which he sat down breathless in his chair again, and chuckled till he cried. He dressed himself all in his best, and at last got out into the streets. The people were by this time pouring forth, and Scrooge regarded every one with a delighted smile. He looked so pleasant that 3 or 4 good-humoured fellows said, Good morning, sir, a Merry Christmas to you. He went to church and walked about the streets and watched the people hurrying to and fro, and patted children on the head and conversed with beggars. He had never dreamed that any walk that anything could give him such happiness in the afternoon. He turned his steps toward his nephew's house. He passed the door a dozen times before he had the courage to go up and knock. But then he made a dash and did it. "Is your master at home, my dear?" said Scrooge to the girl. "Nice girl." "Yes, sir." "Where is he, my love?" said Scrooge. "He's in the dining room, sir, along with mistress," the girl replied. "Thank ye. He knows me," said Scrooge. "I'll go in, my dear." He turned the handle of the dining room door gently and settled his face in round the door. "Fred!" said Scrooge. "Why, bless my soul!" cried Fred. "Who is that?" "It's I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?" "Let him in. It is a mercy Fred didn't shake his arm off. He was made to feel at home in 5 minutes. Wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful happiness." But he was early at the office next morning. He was early there. If he could only be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming late, that was the thing he had set his heart upon. And he did it. Yes, he did. The clock struck time. No Bob. 1:15. No Bob. He was 18 minutes and a half behind his time. Scrooge sat with his door wide open that he might see him come in. Bob's hat was off before he opened the door. His comforter too. He was on his stool in a jiffy, driving away with his pen as if he were trying to overtake 9 o'clock. "Hello!" growled Scrooge. "What do you mean by coming here at this time of day?" "I'm very sorry, sir," said Bob. "I am behind my time." "You are," repeated Scrooge. "Yes, I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please." "It's only once a year, sir," pleaded Bob. "It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir." "Now I'll tell you what, my friend," said Scrooge. "I am not going to stand this sort of thing any longer, and therefore," he continued, leaping from his stool, "and therefore I am about to raise your salary." Bob trembled. "A Merry Christmas, Bob," said Scrooge, with an earnestness that could not be mistaken, as he clapped him on the back. "A Merry Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year. I'll raise your salary and endeavour to assist your struggling family, and we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon." Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and if infinitely more. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew, or any other good old city in the good old world. The end. I hope you enjoyed that lovely story called Scrooge Celebrates Christmas. And so the book is called Jimmy Boy Snowman, and other Christmas stories are in it, since I read Scrooge Celebrates Christmas. So enjoy the rest of your Christmas, because it's nearly over now, and I guess I will see you all tomorrow for day 286 of Rhys's stories. So bye, everybody.